to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make like a sunflower autumn wreath. Now this will be one of many autumn wreaths because I love autumn time. I've got my salted caramel candle burning, and yeah, I can feel the change in the weather already. This may sound mad, but it's cooled down a little bit, which is really nice. And yeah, I'm very excited for autumn time, so there'll be many autumn crafts coming from me. But I'm going to show you how to make one of these sunflowers, which is just made out of wool. These are going to go on the wreath that I'm going to make. So before we get started, grab yourself a drink, some snacks. Mine's a coffee. So you will need some sort of wreath form. Now, this basket is just here so you can see what I'm doing. It's just like something clean up. I made this wreath for the Queen's Jubilee. Not that we had a party or anything. There was a street party nearby, but I just like to decorate. So the actual form of it is cardboard, 2 pieces of cardboard just glued together, and then I sat and just wrapped lots and lots of twine around it. I mean, it did take quite a while, but I mean it held up, and it's been on the door since the week of the Queen's Jubilee. So apart from fading slightly in colour in comparison to this, yeah, it's held up. And so I'm just gonna take off these these pom-poms, and not sure, I might keep the red ribbon on. No, there's another one behind. I want to take off the red ribbon actually, and these, and switch them out for the sunflowers, and a few other things. So for starters, for the sunflower form, you just need some wool. Now, all of my wool is from Home Bargain or Poundland because it's good quality. It's just really cheap. It's like 99p, which in some places, in some other budget stores, it's quite a lot more. And I just think if you're just going to use it for crafts and you're not using it for, like, I don't know, a blanket or baby's clothes or something, then this sort of thing. Sorry, something's flashing on my phone. The battery. Yeah, I think this will, even though it's relatively cheap and isn't great for, like, I guess baby clothes, maybe a blanket or something like that, it's good for crafts. It's 99p, you can't go wrong. So I picked up 2 of these yellow ones because I've got other crafts I'm going to use it for, but you don't need to, perhaps just one. And a darker colour as well, just to have like different like shades along the flower. And of course you also need the black wool, which is not here. This is what happens when you're not as organised as you thought you were. I will be right back. See, while I just running the black wool. Here it is. Right, and this obviously is tiny now because I've already used quite a bit of it, but if you can tell in the light, it's kind of sparkly, which I picked up for also thinking ahead for Halloween crafts, for my little boys. Excuse my hair, I've literally put them both to bed, washed it, jumped out the shower. I thought, right, I need to get this done, otherwise I'll never do it. Yeah, so I haven't had a chance to do anything with it. It's still wet, but there we go. Yeah, so it's sparkly, but I think that's nice because it'll be like sparkly on your door if you put it on your front door. And also you can use it for Halloween crafts. So anyhow, right, so you've got your wool. You also, I've used florist wire, which, I mean, you could potentially use something else, maybe string, but I don't know how it would hold up as well. And I've just found that florist wire is just easier, it's more malleable, isn't it? So here's the roll that I've got, and little wire clippers. I got these in a set on Amazon, so was it Amazon? Yeah, I'll try and link the ones that I found because I thought that these were the best price. And then they're only tiny, but they're really sharp and they've worked really well for me. So yeah. And also you need some sort of form to like wrap you all around. And now you can use card or I don't know, some paper and newspaper maybe. Depends on how big you want your sunflowers to be, but I've just picked up some books, my son's books, from over there in the living room. So a smaller book for the black wool, which is the inner part of the sunflower, and then obviously a bigger book for the yellow. So let's just set the flower aside. So what you're going to do is take your yellow wool. Now, for the purpose of this, we'll just do it with one colour, but I have, as you can see in this one, I have used two colours. So I'm just going to wrap it, if you can see, around the book, back and forth. I'd say about 50 times, just to get it quite thick. Oh. But it doesn't take too long. You just want to make sure that you've got enough like flower petals and wool to go around the outside of the flower. Let's keep turning it round. And a couple more times. So yeah, I've actually ordered some more craft items, things to make crafts with, from the works, which I'm so excited to arrive. I ordered them about 2 or 3 days ago, and it takes a week to get here. But there's stuff in there for like a Halloween hamper, which I make for my sons each year, and dare I say it, Christmas. Because yes, I've already started my Christmas shopping, but you need to be organised, don't you? Because you see something and then you'll go back to get it and it'll be gone. And it just helps, doesn't it, to buy things as you go along. Right, so once you've wrapped it around your book, trim it off, the wool off, and then carefully keeping, this is the tricky part, I bound mine a little bit too tight, carefully try to keep the wool in a loop and like slide it off your book, if you've used a book or piece of card or whatever, very carefully. There we go. And set that down like a little loop. Ensure you've still got the hole in the middle, right? Now you want to do the same with your black wool. However, obviously not so many times because you don't need as much as the black wool. Where is the start? I always have this trouble. I end up just cutting part of the wool. I always lose the start. Does anyone else have that problem? Right, there we are. Found it. Need a little knot. Never mind. Right. And then wrap that also around the book. But so just about 25 times now. So it's smaller than the yellow. Doesn't take that long at all. Once you get the hang of it, you can make them really, really quickly. And then the same, cut off the excess and carefully slide it off, trying to keep it in a little loop. Right, and then place the black loop into the centre of the yellow wool, and then you need to get your florist wire and unwind a little bit. I'm surrounded by crafting materials, paints, like pencils, all sorts, because the weather hasn't been that great this week, and when it rains, my sons all they've wanted to do is craft, and whenever they've seen a spare piece of, I don't know, cardboard or a box or something, they've been like, "Mummy, what can we make?" And so, yeah, we've made all sorts. Right, so hello again. I'm so sorry, my battery died. So anyway, where were we? We have put the yellow wool down on your surface with the black wool that you've just wound around inside, and then you've got your florist wire. You don't need to cut as much as I have, but just a piece long enough to go over the top of your wool, going over the black piece, over the centre of the black and over the centre of the yellow, and then bunch it underneath like this, you can see, and then twist the florist wire around. I'm just going to snip mine a little bit and use that for something in a moment. Right, twist it round to secure it at the back. Round as tight as you can. This part's a little bit tricky, like holding the wool in place and turning this at the back, but as I say, once you've done it a few times, once you've done it a few times, it does get easier. Right, so now what you want to do is holding your florist wire. If you end up with a stray piece of wool like this that's quite long and just left out, just trim it off, it's okay. Right, so holding your florist wire down as though it's a stem, pick up the black piece, the centre of the sunflower, and take your scissors and trim, I'll just trim it over here, trim the top of it across the top, so you're trimming through all the loops. Right, and then you're sort of left with like the middle of a flower, and if there are any loops that you've not trimmed through, you could just cut them like this, and then you can go around the edges to make it a bit more circular. It doesn't look so good at the moment, but it'll all come together. Just trim around, I'll just do it over here a second. Trim it around all the edges. Right, we'll leave it at that for now. You can come back to it once it's in more of a flower shape, and trim it further. Right now, your yellow wool, as you can see, is like two bunches here. So what you need to do is pop your scissors through one of the loops and cut. And then turn it over and do the same on the other side. And then kind of just like bunch it all around the sides and spread it out. Now obviously it looks really messy at the moment, Not much, not too sunflower like, but this is where you can just happily sit there and trim around the edges to make it more circular, and obviously trim it to help the size that you want. I have made some already and like dotted them around the house, and my son's got one in his bedroom because he thought it was cute. But I mean, you could make them for a vase, like a little, you know, like a little what is it called? A little reed diffuser bottle. You've got them left over. Some of them are so pretty, aren't they? And I'm always like, oh, I don't want to pop it into the recycling. I'd rather just keep it for something. You could just put them on in those and then pop them on your table, or your dressing table or sideboard or wherever. I just think that would look quite nice. But mine are going to go on my little wreath form. Right, so I've just started trimming the black section again, just to make it a bit more circular, as you can see. And yeah, it goes all over the yellow, but just shake it off. There. And this, some of them are quite, the yellow pieces are quite long. I'm going to just trim those back. There we go. Let's do a bit more here. And you get the idea. You could, I mean, you could take your time with this and make it perfectly circular, or however you like it, but I kind of like that it looks a little bit rustic and handmade, because then nobody else will have one. Yeah, it just shows that you've made it yourself. And I kind of like that. I think it's a lot better. Sometimes you see things in the shops and they are really beautiful, like wreath forms and artificial flowers, and some of them are so pricey, honestly. I saw what was it? It's like a pampas grass and eucalyptus arrangement in a flower pot, basket rather, and it was stunning, but I was looking at it thinking I could make one of those. So I did leave it and didn't get it for that reason. So anyhow, here you go, look. I mean, straight away you can see there's some longer pieces there, potentially also at the top. But I just think, shake off the yellow. Isn't that so pretty? Look, oh, honestly. So, I've now made a mess, I've got wool everywhere. Just shake it off the rest. Right, so here is my wreath form. As I said, I am going to make other wreaths. I've ordered bits and pieces from the works. But in the meantime, we will just use this. Now, I guess you can keep your pom-poms, but I have kept so many. I think I'll keep the white one. And I did hot glue these on. Perhaps I should have used some wire. Actually, I didn't have the florist wire at that time. But if I had done, I probably would have tried to use that instead to save having to cut them off. And let's look at this heart pom-pom with all the colours in. Oh, that's not going to last. I'll have to come off. I was seeing if I could take it off without having to cut it. I can potentially use that for something else. Right. There we go. Charlotte, not me, would have popped the hot glue gun on to warm up, but I didn't do that. Let's put some glue in. This hot glue gun is one of my best purchases I've ever bought. I've used it so much since I've had it. I can't remember how much it was, but it was not a lot at all. I got it in the pound shop, and the glue sticks, some glue sticks do come with it, but you can just pick up like so many more, and I do believe they're only like 99p, the refills. So yeah, the only thing is the cable is not very long, so often I'm just in the kitchen, like right against the unit, with it plugged in. But we've got the extension lead here. Just leave that for a second, take it off. I have to excuse me, this eye, honestly, I've got hay fever, but I feel like as soon as it's like lovely weather, my eyes can feel it straight away. Another reason why I can't wait for autumn time. Just to not have hay fever eyes anymore, obviously until next year. I wonder if there's anybody else out there who actually has the same problems. Anyway, right, so trim these off. Right, so I already have actually made some sunflowers, some other sunflowers in readiness for this. I've made like a bigger one. Oh, medium sized one. And I didn't need anyone. And some pom-poms, because I just love pom-poms. And I also made a black and white speckled pom-pom, because I had in my head that I was going to get, what's it called? Like check black and white ribbon on wire to tie at the top of my wreath. I haven't actually managed to pick some up yet, so maybe I'll do that for my next one. In the meantime, I made one of these. So yeah, right. Let's see. I have actually left the florist wire on them, because I thought that I could wrap them, put it in around the jute, but I made them quite short. I just might see, unwind this one and see if I can wrap it around the wreath form. Let's see. Don't unwrap it too much, because the flower will come apart. Perhaps might be a good idea to pop a little bit of glue. Oh gosh, drop the extension cord in the centre of the flower. Just keep it together. And cut off this ribbon at the top. I actually haven't got what's it called? A wreath hanger for the door yet. I should do. I should really invest in one, because I kind of like makeshift my wreath hanger all the time. There's like those, what they're called, command hooks stuck into the back of the door, and lots of ribbon around the wreath hooked onto the command hooks. Whilst it holds up well, they're a pain to get off when you want to take them down. It's just really, it takes a long time to clean off the stickiness when you've got quite a lot of them. So I should really get one. I've seen a lovely one for Next, it's just black, and I think it's got a star on. But I kind of want one that'll that I can use all year round, because I've always got some sort of something hanging on the door. I don't know, whilst I've got stars in my house all year round, I don't know if a star on the front door is quite like Christmassy. What do you think? I don't know. Anyone who's watching. I think I'm going to cut off the red part of the ribbon that I glued on. And the red is can be autumnal, but I'm not sure it'll look right with the yellow of the sunflowers. Let's see. Right, where is that black and white pom just gone? I'll cover it. I'm just trim off a little bit more. Clearly, I use quite a bit of glue to stick these on. I also had an idea. I had a tea towel. Oh, it was lovely. Where those tea towels go. It's like beige with little white hearts. And I really liked it, but then someone in the house, not going to name any names, used it to, I don't know, wipe their hands or wipe their mouth, and then it had like a tomato stain along the bottom of it. And I washed it and washed it, and it wouldn't come out, so I was like, right, use it for crafts. So I think I'm going to stick that here over the blue part where the heart pom-pom was. Just going to put some glue on. I'm going to put quite a bit on because it needs to soak in. I've just cut this out. I haven't sewn the edges or anything, just because I kind of like the frayed sort of look, and you can still see some of the old pom-pom there, so I'll just trim that off. And I know you can't see it because it's the back, but I am going to just pop one on the back as well, because maybe someone will see it from the side. I need some more glue already. Yeah, I'm so excited for autumn time. I absolutely love it. I bought my son some shirts today. Only from Primark. Oh, but they're so lovely. They're red and black, like checked, and like flannel warm shirts, so they'll be matchy. And I was like, are you going to wear these when we go pumpkin picking? I mean, it's not for ages yet, but when did it start? October. See, we're in August. That's how excited I am. Right, I'm just putting together. Let's pop some glue down the side as well. We need to make these little glue guns with longer wire, I think. I mean, do you know if anybody else has this issue? Apologies for the extension cord continually banging on the floor. Right, let's just trim that part of the heart. There we go. So far we've changed the heart pom for like a rustic heart. Pop some more glue here. Glue that section down there. This thing, whilst you can see the front of it, sometimes you look at even like shop bought wreaths, and I feel like when they make them, sometimes they don't look at them from all angles. You know, like if you've got them on the front door, sometimes you just notice, don't you, gaps. And I've bought shop wreaths before, and just like added all sorts to them or taken stuff off and moved it around. Not too much glue, but there we are. Right. Now, I think I've got the big sunflower. Where is it? There. Is that the one? Oh no, here. This big sunflower up at the top. And then, where are my tips? Snip off some of this wire. You can try and feed it through the ribbon that I stuck down last time and see if that will work. Is there a little gap? Oh, no, it's not long enough. Never mind, scratch that and just glue it. See, I need to put more glue in again. I have to be so quick as well because the glue is absolutely scorching, but then dries so quickly. That on there. And look, if you can see, stuck it on at the top, but just needs a little shimmer on the sides. It's a little bit messy. Oh, I love to craft. I'm just out constantly doing something. I think it's so relaxing. And also it's my summer, but it's kind of like me time. Like when the kids are in bed. So granted, it's a summer holidays and we're having such a good time, like all together. And days out and or crafting in the house when they want to paint. But you're so busy all day, aren't you? I know you're busy now, but the chance just to sit down, hot drink and craft, it's just so sweet. I wonder if anybody else actually feels the same. Right, shake off bits of wool. So far we have got a sunflower at the top. I've still got left the part of the jute ribbon that I had on in the background there, and the heart, and I'm going to stick a sunflower here with some green, it's like sage green poms that I made. Kind of tricky to do or holding upright because it is only cardboard. The other wreath forms that I've bought from the works, one is like is it wicker, and another is jute wrapped around like a metal frame, which I'll show everything when it arrives before I do any more crafts because I've got so much planned. Where are my clips? Snip off some of the florist wire if you do need to. But remember, you do need to keep it there to keep your sunflower together. Just put some more glue on there, on here. I have found that you do need quite a bit of glue for these because there's so many like layers to them. There you go. Right. It's a good job that they're only cheap. Pop the black one on as well. show you tomorrow, maybe, or I guess at the start of my next video, what it looks like on the door, just because I haven't got the ribbon that I want to hang it up with, unless I use green. I might just use the green that I've got. It's more of like the only thing is it's more like a bottle green than a sage green, but I guess it still looks nice. Put another green one on. There. And have another sunflower as well. Do we want another sunflower on? Yeah, we'll put one more there. Oh, it's all coming together. Been so excited to change this. I didn't want to do it earlier, like at the start of August, but this is some holidays. It's been so busy, and when I'd usually craft, I've had the voice, so it hasn't. I have to have another opportunity. And some more. Get under there. Oh, they're red. The yellow doesn't. The yellow of the sunflower needs trimming here and there, but I was so happy with it. Look. Let's see a bit closer. Now you can just still see a little bit of the jute. I need to get rid of the red and blue bits there, but I think it looks cute. I might do a few more green ones on this. Oh no, I do have some more. Happy days. Do I have another one? Yep. I might actually put another green one on. There. Yeah, I'm gonna put some more green ones on. I like this green more. My kitchen units are like sage green. We've yet to get a blind, but I've seen one in next and it's just gorgeous, and it's got like little poms all along the end. Right, just pop another heart over there. They've actually stuck over one of them. There we go. There. Just need one more glue stick, I think. And then it will be done. So yeah, I keep looking on Pinterest all the time. I like other people's home decor for autumn, and honestly, it gives you so many ideas, like how to style your pieces. Whoever came up with the concept of Pinterest, honestly, I think it's brilliant. There we go. Just trim that there. There. Oh, I really love it. I think it's so cute. Look. You see me through. Look, there's some flower at the top. I'm going to sit and like fix the sides and trim it a little bit more. Hello again. Thank you for watching if you've watched to the end. And I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial of making the sunflowers. Let me know in the comments if you've made any, and if you've made a little wreath for yourselves. Yeah, and I hope if you like this, you subscribe to my channel and follow along for any more crafts. See you. Bye bye.